The challenges that Somalia faces are complex, multifaceted and vary across various political, social and regional contexts. On 16 September 2013, the Brussels conference brought together the federal government, international partners, regional administrations and civil society representatives to discuss and endorse the New Deal Compact for Somalia.
We are now moving away from the chaos to an era of peace and development. The needs, the aspirations, the priorities of all Somalis of all walks of life has been integrated into this one single document. This new partnership agreement will help us to get Somalia back on its feet.
The Somali New Deal Compact is an action plan that articulates the country's priorities for the period between 2014 to 2016. It highlights the ongoing process of transition and defines priority interventions to ensure the country stays on the path of long-term peace and state building.
Somalia is at an extraordinary moment in its history. We have a state-building project underway involving the emergence of new regional states within the country, a complex political process involving elections, as well as an effort to clarify the rule of law and the constitutional basis for the country. At the same time, Somalia is also facing a number of very serious security threats, as well as socioeconomic problems. And really what the New Deal is doing is providing a framework within which these multiple challenges can be addressed. The politics, security, justice, economic growth and revenues.
A key element of the compact is the Somalia Development and Reconstruction Facility, SDRF, the vehicle through which the federal government, by which the FGS guides peace and state-building activities, as well as direct the distribution of resources.
9 projects are being funded through the Multi-Partner Trust Fund. And to give you a couple of examples, one of them is the state formation process. As you know, one of the most exciting things about Somalia is the decision to go down the federal route. And some states, such as Puntland, has been around for 18 years. But others are at a very early stage of their evolution. Some of them have only recently been formed, and others are still in the process of formation.
Today we have someone who is in charge of every meter in Somalia. And this was not the case 3 years back. In Somalia there was a lot of territory that nobody controls, and that's what attracted Al-Shabaab and terrorism and all this. Now Somalia is recovering, it's building its Somali National Army, its police are all, of course, in a nascent stage, but they are building up. I believe that we will take that responsibility soon by ourselves. This is a dream for every Somali, that seeing that Somalia is taking charge of its own security, and the Somali government and Somali people are working very hard to realize that dream.
There have been significant and visible gains made in various sectors through the 22 projects currently mandated under the SDRF.
And among them is state formation to access to justice, capacity development, ICT. These are some of the programs that have been approved, and as part of the contribution to the development of the reconstruction of Somalia. I think also apart from the state formation process, there was also improved access to justice. There was, for instance, the mobile courts have been made available, hiring of female prosecutors, and child protection laws has been passed, and human rights protection is something that is now in the agenda. There is overall improved economic development.
What we are expecting is less than a decade. We're going to see Somalia that is having full-fledged democratic institutions made by its own people, participated by its own people, and those institutions serving the people of Somalia.
While progress has been steady, Somalia still faces many challenges. This year will be a particularly difficult year for security with the electoral process taking place. Al-Shabaab also continues to be a credible threat to the peace and state-building process. But despite these challenges, infrastructure and the rebuilding of Somalia is underway. Capacity development in a number of government ensures they are strengthened and operate. On the whole, security has improved and thus facilitating the rise of business, industry, education, agriculture and a number of other sectors. Strengthening of the judicial system remains a key agenda of the Somali government. An era of peace, progress and prosperity is upon Somalia. Driven and guided by commitment to the 5 peace-building and state-building goals as outlined by the New Deal, Somalia is overcoming its challenges and emerging as a stable, democratic nation.